Hello everyone and welcome back to Town of Salem 2. In this video we are going to play as a crusader and have 3 other crusaders in game. Also we have a very tough modifier called Perfect Town, so we have to hang only evils. And investigate a pilgrim and covenant a band. Someone says, told you all, someone said that it's gonna be a perfect town. 15 says, no, why? 9 says, day 1 solo SC claim. 2 says, how perfect, we have a perfect town. 10 says, we are so screwed. 9 says, town, you better be perfect, meow. Okay, so who should I go on without killing a townie, you know? Okay, so 7 asks for TP, but I'm crusader, so I can't go on TP lookout claims, you know, because I will just kill another town protective or maybe a lookout, because lookout is not astral anymore. So let's 45-12 and see how it goes. I attacked someone with D12. Hopefully that it wasn't a townie. At least I'm confirmed now. Rest in peace to 1, the witch. I killed the witch, let's go! And the monarch knight is 15. 9 says, oh, there is a conjurer as well. I think they're getting this solo SC claim. Rest in peace to cat. Yep, they went for the soul collector. Fifteen says, why was I knighted? 6 says, oh, thanks, conjurer. 4 claims TP. 13 says, dang, one with 9-1 knight. 12 says, well, I thought that was my bot. Thanks, Cruz. 15 says, I'm TS. 5 says, 10, alignment. I say TP as well. 6 says, so 13 is pretty much confirmed. 8 says TK. 13 says TS. 7 says TK for VFA. Okay, let's write down the claims. 13 is town support. 3 claims TS. 5 says 10, can I get your alignment? 10 says, yeah, TP. 4 says, which controlled me? 5 says, yeah, checks out. 2 claims TP. Okay, while this is up, let's write down... No, they're not 10 power, they're 10 protective. Let's write down more claims. What did 4 claim? TP. 2 says, oi, I'm whispering over here. TP. Five claims TP. 6 says, what is with all these whispers for real? 13 says this, and 4 only TP claims. Wait, no, 11. 10 says, you know this. This is my gay son. Oh. 13 says, and 5 now. 5 says, best TP claim here, for real, for real. 15 says, 5 is TP. 6 says, 2, 4, 5, 11, 10, all claim TP. It says TK. 2 says, get rid of it. 8 says, what do you mean passive TK? It's day 2. What am I supposed to be able to do by today? 6 says, 14, speak. 13 says, you're not contributing to the conversation. 8 claims VG. 14 claims TP. 12 says, I'm confirmed, I'm the controlled monarch. 13 says, another TP. 8 says, come and killing his conch. 2 says, I don't know about this, but okay. 3 says, get one of the TP. Someone is fake AF. 6 says perfect town. 15 says nope, not risking it. 6 says I'm scared. Okay, my UI is a bit glitched out. I didn't click to protect 3 or 8, you know. Let's protect the knighted guy, I guess. Because I don't think the witch knew that 12 was monarch, you know, so 15 should not be cavern at least. And they have votes. Okay, let's unfortify these ones and fortify this. Please don't spam the chat, they say. Oh no. Why is it so glitchy? Okay, nothing happened. Rest in peace to 2. They were stoned. Thirteen says, I got this. 13 says, 2 was crusader. I say, so we have Medusa and Conjurer left at the very least. 6 says, it's 8 of 4. 13 says, I'm Omni Cruz. 4 says, 13, Omni Cruz. I whisper to 13, chain? 8 says, Conch isn't much of the threat, are they? 6 says, so 2 Cruz, great. 4 says, yes. 8 says, oh, do they have book? 15 says, 2 was in fact crusader. 6 says, probably. 8 says, and Medusa also visited too. I whisper to 13, I'm confirmed crusader. 13 says, can confirm. 4 says, gross. 8 says, imagine 2 was veteran and got both Conjurer and Medusa. Okay, I don't like that they are not answering me at all. But also, as a crusader, I try to change with someone because that way I will kill less town, you know? 8 says, I'm still a vigilante. I don't know what else you want. Four or 8 gotta go. I whisper to 13, so do you want to chain or no? 13 says yes. 10 says, this is open claiming witch in a witch game. Witch is dead. 7 and 8 has had the same idea. It's just 3 messages in a row. Witch is dead, witch is dead, witch is dead. 6 says, is it over? 15 says, if I see Vigi after I remember the cruise. 6 says, did we lose? Oh. Okay, they were stoned. 5 says, if we nuke, it's over. 7 says, evil perfect town. 6 says, phew. Okay, so I will put in my last wheel that we are chaining. So if they're fake, the town should get them. Okay, so 13 claims Crusader. Did anyone else claim Crusader? Oh wait, attack someone visiting 13. Was it 14? Maybe it was 14. I have no idea since they're stoned, you know. "15 says, I mean, there is no more stones now. They still have one stone if Medusa isn't dead in the graveyard. Because Medusa now stones themselves right at the start. So they have 4 stones now. 13 says, ain't no way I am in 2 good visions. 10 says, 13 is good guys. 11 says, also I killed the witch and whatever was 14. 4 says, yeah, 13 is fine. 10 says, hi, good, I'm dead. 15 says, I tried 13, they're either Omni or Govern faking Omni. 12 says, I think to Cruz. 4 says, why are people attacking the confirmed Mon, Lamau? 6 says, good question, Lamau. Okay, and really need to get a new keyboard. As you can see, the D key is always pressed, so 3 says, I'm red, not much to do here. That's a big claim. Something's fishy about this. Too convenient, you know? 13 says, what are even the modifiers? I was looking at something else when game started. 4 says, perfect town. 6 says, can't you still use stoned people? No. Red Tree can't use stoned. And I was the only guilty? What? 4 says 11. 6 says, I say, I don't know, seems iffy. Then says, that's why Mon was attacked. Because I was on 13. 13 says, I was not attacked. 10 says, oh, but you thought you attacked 14. Wait. 7 says, knew it was Cruz on 13. Twelve says, I was when I knighted. 13 says, oh, but Kevin probably went on me to VM me or something. Okay, they are a trickster. Knight 1, 2, knight 2, 3, knight 3, 15. What is that, Will? 7 says, yeah, kinda not useful info. 5 says, guilty this. 6 says, I don't like 10 and 4 whispering. 7 says, for real. 15 says, perfect town is making me paranoid. 5 says, this is fake. 6 says, I know, right, 15? 10 says, 6, we are talking about movie quotes. 7 says, holy, this town is hard. 3 crews all together. 15 yells, I'm scared. 7 says W. 13 says, oh boy. 6 says, so. Okay, so I think Dusa is out. Since you see 4 people stoned, one of them has to be Medusa. Okay, since everyone's paranoid, I will show... I will tell you what I am paranoid about. So, maybe I didn't attack 14 and attacked someone else. Maybe I attacked the monarch? That would make sense. I am confused. Perfect Town is scary to play. Because one mishang and you lose. Okay, I attacked someone visiting 13. Who was it? Okay, so we have someone immune. Because I attacked someone and they lived. Unless they got healed by a crusader or I don't know. Ten says I was attacked and saved by barrier. I say attacked someone on 13 and they lived. 15 says no one is telling me anything. 10 says 4 is confirmed oracle. 4 says I save 10. 6 says so 3 then. 13 says gotta be. 6 says unless you are both bad. 3 says still random time. 13 says I don't know. 6 says also 5 what the fuck are you doing? 3 says can't do flummery here. 13 says 15 isn't quite confirmed. 10 says 6 and 5 and I had a game plan. 15 says yeah I know. Finally people are upping the one person I thought was sus. Let's go! You know, sometimes your intuition just tells you things that you might not think about yourself. 6 says, wait! 6 says, no more cavern leader? The Tarnation! 10 says, it's Archmage. 15 says, please! 6 says, sounds cooler to be fair. 13 says, oh boy. 10 says, fair enough. And this was a necromancer, let's go! 15 says, oh thank Tarnation. 10 says, yeah, this was fake as flummery. 15 says, at least 3 coven dead. You know for sure that Medusa is out. And I was ignited by an arsonist? There was an arsonist? Oh no. Sneaky, sneaky arso. I say, I knew it. So it says, oh boy. "15 says, can't wait to see Triple Cruise. I say, hey, at least I got 1 or maybe 2 coven down. 15 says, oh boy, 2 so far. Well, since you were Omni Cruise, there is an Omni and 15 is Cruise. So there are 4 Crusaders because 13 is an Omni Crusader. "15 says, woohoo, Triple Cruise! I say 3 Cruise, let's go! 8 says 4 Tarnation Crusaders. 15 says 4 Crusaders actually. 2 is Crusader. I say, yeah, true. 10 says, okay, no more Crusaders. Tarnation, you Cruise. 6 says, okay, so that's not great. 4 says, so many Crusaders. 6 says 4 or 10 also. 12 says 4, that's my bad. 4 says, I'm literally confirmed Oracle. 15 says, wow, literally a group of Crusaders, Lamau, to the Holy Land. 6 says, post your wheels now. 10 says, no, I'm not green. 6 says, damn. I say, yeah, the town really went on a crusade there. 6 says, NE? 10 says, arsonist. 6 says, so what's 4 then? 4 says, Oracle. 15 says, I was going insane because no one was telling me anything. 10 says, also arsonist. 6 says, Tarnation, really? 10 says, no, I'm Jester, just kidding. 10 says, 4, ignite, I will douse. 6 says, goddamn. 4 says, 6 is also. 10 says, true. 13 says, bro, why aren't they voting also? 10 says also, 4, rudely detonation doused me, night 1. Okay, this is cooked. 5 says 10 wasn't attacked. 15 says just an Aso, I assume. There are 2 arsonists. There is a monarch. And there is a psychic claim. 15 says just wants their win. Anyways. 5 says 10 claims arsonist. And it's time to go gambling because 15 invited me to play a ghost game. Rest in peace to the monarch that were tortured by an arsonist. RIP. I say double arrows. It says yeah. It says why not me? I had a list of trusted. Four says not my choice. 10 says because we want to indoctrinate you. 6 says yes. 10 says into arsonisthood. 4 says you're Arso. 6 says I will be indoctrinated Arso. Yay! 10 says yes. 15 says 11, what the fuck is this game? And I won almost 10,000 points from the game of death roll. 15 yells no. 6 says I will buy some matches then. 10 says yes. 15 yells I'm so close to 100k. I say we can have a rematch. Okay, so 10 decides to hang the psychic because they brought up the maths. 6 says, oh, 10 nation guys, honestly, so valid. 12 says, I was so shocked, I yelled, what? When I saw both of my knights die at the same time. 6 says, I shouldn't have spoken. I say, yeah, that was very rough for town. 10 says, sorry man, can't indoctrinate people who mention the M word. 4 says, we will buy you matches next week, when we aren't busy. 10 says, OMG, you mentioned an M word. 6 says, sounds good. 4 says, ah. 10 says, treason. 6 says, guys, we win. You don't win. 6 says, Asa for the win. 12 says, y'all did good as Crusader working together. I say, thank you, thank you. Rest in peace to the psychic. 10 says, 4, do you not like my dead jokes? 4 says, I did. And Arsos win this game. Sneaky and case. 10 says, also welcome back to me being doused night 1 just because. 4 says, I didn't mean it. Here are the roles that we've had in this game. Thank you so much for watching this video. And here are the videos that might interest you as well. See you soon in the next video.